I get sort of, I don't want it to get into like a self-pitying mode when I'm in a breakup. Like I don't like to complain to people about how sad I am or how alone I feel. And I learned that it's okay to feel sad and vulnerable, and it's okay to feel like alone, because that's part of the grieving process. And when I was looking for a place, I think like at my age, at 25, it's really difficult in terms of like pride wise to ask for somebody to help, because I feel like in today's society, like when basically after you're 21 or 23 maybe, you're expected to have your life together, whatever that means. So when I went through this breakup, I felt like really low to ask my friends, you know, if I could, you know, live with them while I was searching for a place. And I felt kind of embarrassed, and also because I haven't had somebody ask me that before, and I haven't really provided that for somebody else, which is why I felt really insecure. But then I realized that that's just my pride standing in my way, like accepting help when you really need it. And finally I did ask my friends for help, and I'm so thankful that I got to stay with a couple of my friends that were really understanding about what I was going through. So I crashed at about 4 different places in the span of a month and a month plus, and I lived out in my car for a little bit, as in like having all my stuff in my car, because I didn't want to crowd somebody's place with stuff. So that's one of the big reasons why I haven't been filming as much, because I didn't really have a place to film. And even though they would be okay with it, I still felt weird. And if you notice in my past videos, I don't know if you noticed, a lot of the places where I filmed were like sporadic and different versus my usual setup, just because I didn't feel at home at where I was. Another thing that helped me get through this breakup was realizing the things and reappreciating the things that I loved to do when I was single. I started swimming a lot more now, and I used to swim a lot, and I was a swimmer growing up because it really helped me with my self-esteem, because I grew up kind of chubby, and swimming really helped me, I guess, feel more comfortable about my own body and what my body could do even though I was chubby. So swimming has always been very special for me. So I started swimming again more, and I feel so more like myself, you know. I started practicing veganism a lot more. I started meditating a lot more spiritually and listening to a lot of podcasts. One thing that helped me a lot was spending time with people that love you unconditionally. Being around people that give you positive energy and bring you up instead of tear you down. Even though this person is my ex, I don't like when people bring other people down. So it wasn't natural for me to sort of say like, oh, you didn't need him anyway, or you didn't need her anyway, you're better off without this person. And I don't think that helps me, because I do feel like there's two sides to every story, and everybody's just trying to cope. So I don't think attacking somebody's character, no matter what they've done for you, is helpful in any way. So I tend to stay away from that. So I just surround myself with people that bring the positivity out of me. I've been cooking a lot more. I've been playing around with makeup more. I've been, like I said, swimming more. I think keeping busy and focusing on yourself really helps, and just retreating into yourself and sort of reflecting on the relationship helped me a lot. Instead of like seeing about what was bad about a relationship, I tend to see what was good and learn from it instead of like dismissing the relationship altogether. Obviously it's not as not easy depending on what your ex has done to you and stuff like that. I mean, it's understandable if there is some sort of resentment towards your significant other. In my experience, I try to, as easy as it sounds, like I really do try to let go of any negative emotions I have towards somebody, because holding on to negative emotions is like holding on to steaming hot coal. Like, you're only hurting yourself if you don't throw it away. Like, you're just holding it and burning yourself. There's this story that I remembered all the time that resonated with me. It was these two Buddhist monks. One was the older monk and one was the younger monk, and as monks they're not supposed to touch women of any sort. And so they were walking down in the forest one day, and a woman comes along and asks the older monk if she could hitch a ride on his back to cross the river. And the older monk said, yeah, sure, like hop on, and she piggybacked on him and they crossed the river. After they crossed the river, the woman bade her farewell and said thank you to the older monk, and they went on their way. And 10 to 15 minutes later, the younger monk said to the older monk, like, hey, I thought we weren't supposed to touch women, and you carried her across the river. In which the older monk responded to the younger monk, yes, I carried that woman, but I let her go. You're the one that's still carrying her in your head. And that's how I feel about negative emotions, is that like, even if you're not actively doing something with that negative emotion, you're still holding on to it. So I like to try to take a couple deep breaths and let go and forgive. And forgiveness is not just for that other person, but it's for yourself. And I'm not saying like forgive as in if this person does something like that again, you're just like forgive them. Forgiveness is really just learning from what you've done and releasing that negative energy that you have towards somebody. Just take a deep breath and let it go into the world, because it's not doing you any good, and it inhibits your growth as a person if you keep thinking about that anyways. So I really try to forgive everyone around me, and sometimes it's difficult because you don't think that person is worthy of your forgiveness, but it's something you have to do if you want to move forward with your life and not hold that resentment in your heart, because it really just consumes you as a person, and it reflects in every way, in your relationships, in your work, and in yourself as you're speaking. I want to be the most loving, open person that I can, and I can't be that if I'm holding on to any past grudges that really don't affect me in this time anymore. So I moved out, and this is my new place. Maybe I'll do a apartment tour, but it's really not ready yet, and I think I'll be able to get furniture as I go, because I think to myself, like, I think I'm gonna get one piece of furniture a month, or 2 pieces maybe if I can afford it, and that's how I'll do it. I'm going to go with this peach palette by Etude House. It is all the peachy colors. I'm gonna go in with this shimmery color right here. Actually, it's a really pretty color. As I was applying stuff, I'll link everything I was using in the description. So I'm just gonna put it on the outer corners and the inner corner, Just wing it up. I want something rosy yet natural. Rosy and natural. I don't know if those like go together anyways, but whatever. A lot of people think when you retreat into yourself and you try to work more on yourself that you're selfish. Selfishness is a word that's thrown out a lot after people break up. And I understand, I guess, but I don't ever think it's selfish to work on yourself if you need to, especially this day and age where I guess mental illnesses are so prevalent. I think like everybody should work on themselves because you can only give when your cup is so full, and I want to be so full of myself before I can help other people. One way of taking care of yourself is eating well, sleeping well, reading, doing things that fill your soul and your heart, and spending time with people you really love. That really helped me in, you know, dealing with my breakup. I've also learned to not be afraid of asking for help if you need it, because I think that's the point of us being in this world together as humans, is to help each other with whatever we're going through. I think sometimes our ego gets in the way of us asking for help. But if you would just let those walls down and allow the help to come in, that will help a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna use this darker shimmer color and mix these two actually. And I'm just gonna put this along the outer corners. Sorry, it was really warm, so I opened the door. Hopefully it's like a little more cooling. Where was I? Oh yeah, and just know that you're more than what your relationship defined you as back then, you know. Really I've been trying to find myself more and figure out what I love doing, and what I love is not the same as what we used to love, you know. I'm gonna use this new pencil and run under the waterline. Next up, I'm gonna go in with my brows. I'm just gonna use this brow pencil by IT Cosmetics. I've never used this before, and it's like a blonde color. I wanted to use a lighter color today just to see how that would look. I mean, before the breakup, I thought that I was really alone and I had to go through all of this by myself. But really, I'm so thankful to have friends that actually care for me and listen to me and really just care about me. I think you shouldn't really try to rush getting over things. Instead, just feel whatever sadness you're feeling, sort of like putting a small band-aid over a huge wound that needs to just heal over time. And time will definitely heal. You'll definitely feel better as time goes, and even you might feel really alone right now, but you're never really alone. It's really difficult when you're down to try to see the good things in your life, but really try to focus on the good things. You're a living, breathing human being that is able to change so much in the world, and really be thankful that you can do that. And I'm not belittling any like emotions that you have. I really think you should fully feel all those emotions, but try to also channel those emotions in a way that is productive in the future. Take this time off to meditate, heal, and work on yourself. Be the most that you can be, and I think that will really help a lot. I'm gonna use these lip tints. This one is by the LABIOTTE Velvet Wine Lip Tint. These are really good because they're so like velvety and moisturizing on the lips. Oh, that's a bright pink. And they're really nice and comfortable on the lips. I'm gonna go in with a darker pink, just darker red, just in the center. And next I'm gonna apply a liquid highlighter. I'm gonna use this Para ink highlighter. So easy to use too. I'm all I can say is spend time with yourself, focus on things you like, and surround with people you love. Right now I'm just trying to focus more on myself and do the things that I like, as in I like listening to ballads and soft, like sad music, and I'm gonna let myself continue to listen to that and feel all my emotions. I'm also working out more, swimming more like I said, and it's been making me really happy, and I just enjoy it so much. Yeah. Next up I'm gonna dot some freckles all over. I'm gonna use a lighter pencil to just mix in all the freckles. I'm just gonna use this texturizing hairspray to give my hair a lot of texture. So this shirt is like a crane, it's like a crane shirt. It's a really comfortable, like flowy shirt I got from YesStyle. I really like it, and it's just perfect for summertime. So yeah, I guess like what I have to say is that like after a breakup, try not to focus on the negatives and the things that your ex has done to you in a negative way. Like I don't even like it when people say like, oh, you're better off without this person or whatever it is. Like I just want to focus on the good things that I've learned in the relationship and then keep moving on. It's not the easiest to move on, obviously, because I don't know, I find it weird when people actually completely cut out their exes from their lives, because I don't think I can ever get over somebody in the sense that like I don't care for them anymore, because you used to call this person your everything. So it's really weird when somebody just is able to just completely cut them off. I don't think I have that kind of personality. I think getting over somebody is important in terms of like knowing that you guys don't belong together anymore and you guys don't fit. But I personally always still care about my exes. It's just knowing that I don't want to be in a relationship with them like that anymore. For me, I could never just get over somebody, you know? As in like, don't think of them at all, because I used to care, I still care for those people. But it's like knowing what's good for yourself and focusing the time on yourself. Meditate, pray, whatever your spiritual practice is, focus on that. Focus on spending time with your loved ones, people that appreciate you for who you are and what you have to give, and people that are genuinely happy to have your presence. Like, focus on that, and focus on yourself and what you love to do, whether it be art, be technology, electronics, hobbies. Just do what you couldn't do or what you felt like you didn't do when you were in a relationship. I think that makes me really happy and helps me visualize my life without this person. Moving forward, I am going to continue practicing love and forgiveness and practicing on doing the things that make me happy. And now that I'm moved out of my old place, I'm excited to share with you guys a little bit more about, I guess, my life, because I can say I'm happier than I was a year ago. If you need help, please reach out to your friends and family. You'll be surprised of how much love you receive and how much people love you. It's a really tricky situation, and if you're really sad, feel that sadness, feel all of it, and find a way to cope and turn it into a productive way of feeling. For me, it's expressing myself more creatively, and yeah, I hope you find your outlet in that way. I'll link the products that I use down below if you want to recreate it. I forgot to introduce a lot of the products just because I was kind of like passionate about this. And So I hope this helps you. Let me know if you want me to do more videos like this, and what topics you want to talk about. You want me to talk about, basically. And I will see you in my next video. Thank you guys for all the love and support. It means so much to me, and I just wanted to give you guys an update on where I was. Sometimes I feel like it'll be great if I have those personalities that don't get inhibited by my feelings, because sometimes I feel like I feel too strongly to the point where it debilitates me from working, and it just completely paralyzes my body. But then I guess sometimes I appreciate all these feelings, because without these feelings I wouldn't be able to really feel all the words and the love that is shown through me through the screen. Because obviously, like, social media is social media, and sometimes there's so much on social media that if I didn't have the emotions that I felt, I wouldn't actually feel the support from you guys. I'm so thankful that I can feel that through the screen and through your words. So I really want to thank you for helping me get over whatever I'm going through, and I hope in a small way my videos help you through whatever you're going through. And you can always open a discussion or a comment about anything going on in your life without judgment, and I just want to thank you for that. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.